Hi guys. So, this is my third Darren Criss tutorial, and it's Sami. It's relatively easy. It only involves a few bar chords, but mostly it's open chords, so that's good. It's in the key of C, so let's get right to it. Of course, conveniently enough, the first chord is a C chord. Just like that. Hold that for 2. 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Then, next chord, G over B. And I play it from C, just like that. Put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. And then these two are open, and those are muted. Okay? So, I've seen her face, I've lost. And then A minor for 4 beats. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's 2 beats for C, 2 beats for G over B, and then 4 beats for A minor. And you do that 2 times. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we come to here, to C for 2 beats, I can't stand it, to G for 2 beats, 3, 4. And then we come to B minor for 1 beat, 1, B7 for 2, or 1, that's the 2nd beat, so it's 1, 2, and then E minor for 2 beats, 3, 4. So that part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Next part is an A chord for 4 beats. Put it like that, whatever. And then C minor for the next 4 beats. And that's your first ending before you get back to the 2nd verse. Okay, and you can for the C minor you can add like a little riff there, like, excuse me. Or just hold it out. This part right here is I just take my middle finger, hammer on with my pinky on the 6th fret, and slide it up to the 8th. So, okay, and then we do the 2nd verse. Starts on C, and we can sort of give it like a nice strum to it now. Sort of like you're palm muting it and it's going down, down, up. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. And that part, I just add like little hammer-ons and flicks. So it's like that one I just hammer on the middle finger of the E minor. And then sometimes there's some build-ups, like, so you go up the scale from A, 2nd fret of A string, B, and then C. You can add those in between. So that's basically like the first verse, the 2nd verse, and the 3rd verse. And then we come to the chorus. Yeah, the ending of the second verse and 3rd verse, it goes to after the B minor, B7, E minor, goes to the A for 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then A minor for 2, 1, 2, and a D sus4 for 2 beats. Okay, and a D sus4 is basically your C, and you move that shape up to the 5th fret on the A string. So yeah, that up 2 frets. And we're on the A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Do-do-do. You can add that if you'd like. This is the entrance of the chorus. And that little riff right there is just open, 2nd fret of the E string, 3rd fret to get to our G. And our G is 2 beats. 1, 2. Down, down, down. And when you're strumming this, it's like you're hitting the bass note, or like the first 3 strings, then open, and then like a little bass, then you open it up again. They're mostly down strums. Down, down, down. So it's down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Then to D for 2 beats. Down, 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 up. To the C add 9. If you don't know C add 9, it's 3 on the A string, 2 on your D string, open G, and then 3B and 3E. When I say 3, I mean the 3rd fret. I'll just stick to that. Okay, so that's 4 beats. Okay, so Sami, Sami. Then we go to the E minor. You can keep those 2 fingers there during the whole part. You know. Except for the D, where you take off the 3rd finger to the 2nd fret. So, you know. So then we go to our E minor. Why? For 2 beats. And then the D chord. Can you? For 2 beats. C is 4 beats on the A. C, 3, 4. So, why can't you see? 3, 4. A minor for 2. What's your D sus4 for 2 again? 3, 4, and then back to G for 4 beats. And that's, you know, like a little palm mute there. And it's mainly down strums. Down, 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 up. Okay? And we go back to the verse. This is our 3rd verse. Do the same chords as the 1st and 2nd. And you can add like different kinds of chords, like variations of the chords. C, try C add 9, whatever. C, G, A minor. You know, for the D, that moves up here. You can also do a D7 if that's better for you. You know, like, don't know, but she don't know who I am. It's all about, like, you know, what chords are easiest for you and what you're used to. Then we go to the chorus. Sami. Do the same thing again. And then we come to the bridge. Okay, and this starts on an F. actually let me do the entrance to it. So the palm muting on the G, down strums, 2 and 3 and 4 and. On and, you're gonna strum up to like get like a G to E, you know, that, to go to your F. That's the kind of that's the note you're looking for. Then we come to this F for 4 beats, and they're just down strums, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And after that, 4 and to the D up here. I just play it like your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and then your ring finger on the 7th fret of the D string, and you use like the back part of your ring finger to mute the G string. So that's your ring finger, and that's muting it. And then you can add your pinky on the 3rd. So that's the 7th fret of the B string. And you know that also mutes like the E string in the back, your pinky. Or you could just use like the left side of your index finger, your pointer finger. Whatever. So that's 2 beats of D. I'm gonna go back to F. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So I do 1 and 2, and the first 2, 1 and is like muted, 1 and then 2 is like a, like you can hear it, like it's not muted. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. To the E for 2. To A minor for 4 beats. All I do is pray. And then we come to this G chord, and let's see. So what he does is, his first finger is on the 1st fret of the B string, and his 3rd finger is on the G, 3rd fret of the E, you know. So the transition is like this. So it's like you're on your A minor. Let me start at E. Looking like an angel, all I do is pray. So you strum the bass note first, then you strum the chord. Make sure you hear that C note up there. So, and you strum up, and you release that 1st finger so you can hear the B. So it's like, right? So it's, all I do is pray, baby, to the F, and it's down strums again. Someday you'll hear my song and understand that all along. So that's F for 4 beats, that D for 4 beats, that all along. To the D minor for 2 beats. There's something more. To F for 2 beats that I'm trying to say, and this is an E chord for 8 beats. So it's, excuse me, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4. Right? It's like a big build up. So it's like, and he ends it on an A for like, you know, a quick 1. And then he just palm mutes. Hey, Sami. So you know, you can just palm mute it and just like, you know, and you end up on D. So how that goes is say, when I say Sami. And the way I play that D is, it's a D sus2 actually, because that's an E, and you know, my middle finger's up, it's not playing that. So it's like as if you're playing a D chord. Down, 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 up. Excuse me. Down, down, up, down, up. And then you end up on sort of an A. You do that by just barring the first finger. So you have this D, you let go, and you bar. But it's a quick transition, so it's like down, down, up, down, up. Excuse me. Like that. It's hard to actually say the rhythm and then actually do it at the same time. So I'm not used to it. And then you just end on A again. Sami. So when we do that, we hold that for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, and on 4 end, we just hit the E bass note, and then that's just a quick you put your index on the first fret of the E. It's a slide to the F sharp minor, which is our next chord. Why can't you E? So F sharp minor is 2 beats. Why can't you? 2 beats for E. C. And then we go to a B7 for 4. And then we go to a B minor 7 for 2 beats. What you doing to me, Sami? What you doing to me? So that's a B minor 7 for 2 beats. Then C sharp minor 7 for 2 beats. Then a D for 2 beats. And then an E9. E9 is you put your middle finger on the 7th fret of the A string, index 6 of the D string, and then these two are on the 7th fret of G and B respectively. Okay? So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 1 and back to A. And that part that he did, you notice he didn't mute that time. So what he does, he just goes to A, to E. So those are 2 beats. A, 2, E, 2, D, 1, down, down, up to D7. Something like that. And then it goes to the A. Sami, what can you see? Okay, and then it's the same thing for the ending, you know. What you doing? Oh, excuse me. He goes to the B minor 7. What you doing? To E. Alright, so it goes like, can you see? B7, B minor 7, what you doing? To E, and then he does this little walk down, which starts on F sharp minor. And the way he does this, he just goes through all the 4 strings here. Actually, make it 3. We could go from A to D to G. I mean the strings, A string, D string, G string. It's like a slightly faster. And the way he does that, he starts on the F sharp minor, can do it like this. I prefer it like this, so it's a little bit simpler. If you do it like this, you just add your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. Take off pinky. Then you remove your middle finger and you bar this. So it's like an A chord with the C sharp. Okay? And that's your F sharp minor 7. So you can pluck it however you'd like, you know. You don't have to make it like A D G. You can just go all over the place. To a B7. To the B minor 7. What you're doing? And in the live concert versions, he doesn't play the A, you know, resolved to the root. He just ends it on E. I mean, if you want, you can just go to A after that. What you doing to me? So really, it's up to you. Whatever. Yeah, I think that should take care of that. So that's Sami. And if you guys have any other requests, I'm available. And I can do, if you want, Jealousy next or Granger Danger. Let me know.